Welcome to another exciting edition of the Sozo TV podcast. Our manifesto remains the same. It's for men and for those who absolutely love them. Today, as per usual, we have a very thrilling, very robust, very exciting and deep conversation to have. You can tell how excited I am, and it's simply because I cannot wait to get into this conversation, especially with the rich lineup of contributors I have with me in the studio. My name is Presley, and it's such a joy to have you joining us for this particular edition of the show. Today, we are discussing a sort of controversial, intimate, if you may, topic, and it is, should sex be obligatory for spouses?
Before uncle.
Small caveats. Small caveats. We're talking married people here. All right. So if you are not
Underline married.
if you are not married, you can not log off. Just to
You can
receive all of
listen and
this
learn.
wisdom for when you get there. All right. Now, my contributors, I am so glad to be listening to men of timber caliber and experience. More importantly, experience, because across the table, the one thing that definitely applies to all three of them is that they're married. So, as usual, I will just facilitate a lot. In no particular order, I of course have returning Mr. Lausa Dewi. Great to have you as per usual. I'm going to introduce Don Azubike as well.
Peace.
And for this very special episode, Mr. Bimleke. Yes.
Hello.
Gentlemen, let us dive right into it. And please, when you respond, I need you to be very audible and passionate, the way I am currently doing.
This is your platform.
It's for the people.
You are
for
too
the people.
excited. You are
All
too
right,
excited.
for the people. Should sex be obligatory for spouses? Like for many couples, sexual intimacy is an important part of maintaining connection and closeness. The conversation, however, is, should it be an obligation? Or
It is.
Or what?
I want you to fill in the gap.
Or not.
There's no
But it's not. Great. Let's start with you. Let's have your view.
This is so good. Let's begin
Let's
with
have
you.
your
You know,
view.
as the guest, you get to.
It's mandatory.
Why do you
mandatory.
think it's mandatory?
Yes.
It's because why did I get married? I can as well just
No, you get married for companionship. You get married
It's part of
married
it.
for procreation. You get
The
married.
procreation is that-
Yes, the procreation does not mean
What
every day.
No.
You don't
Wait,
get
wait,
pregnant every day.
Every day. I'll be
Yeah.
talking about the frequency
but
now.
You will try.
Frequency
Actually, we
does not
still
affect
talk about the
pregnancy.
frequency. I like the conversation around
Frequency does
frequency.
not affect pregnancy.
Let's get this.
So
out of the way.
if you are going to have children once every 3 or 4 years, so once the wife is pregnant, so
But you
if
will,
it's for
the
procreation.
The thing is, will you not be targeting the calendar? You
every,
have to shoot. Keep shooting.
that's what I'm saying. You can
have to
you
shoot-
can
have
to
shoot
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 well.
At these
shoot
terms, I'm married
before the
people throw
pregnancy
around.
comes
What's
in.
going
Once
on
it comes in, if it's for procreation, it stops. Then your wife carries the baby. But I need to understand because I said
Yes,
it's mandatory.
it's
Why is it
mandatory.
mandatory?
It's what makes you a married, like, as in when you say you are a married man,
Hmm.
is one of the, like,
Free sex is
Well,
guaranteed.
yes, advantages. One of the
One
not
of the
free
one of the
parts, yeah, I mean,
perks.
you paid your wife's bride price, so it's more or less
Yeah,
you paid for it.
They've paid for it. I've
for
never.
it.
Because they wanted that to me.
But yes,
Oh my God.
if you paid for it, so you're more or less licensed to
I
go
like this
ahead.
guy. I'm on your corner. I'm on your side though.
You're licensed to,
But
do and undo.
but are there reasons why your wife can say no?
Wait, Mr. House, I hope you understand that you are also going to answer this question.
Yes,
because
I'm going
you are
to
doing my
answer.
job, and I
Yes.
quite appreciate it.
Can she say no? If she says no, can she be justified?
Yeah, I mean, maybe she's tired, or maybe she's not.
She
she's
should enter
not just-
shower and go have cold baths.
Well,
Cold bath. What does cold bath?
It will bring you back, rejuvenate you.
maybe she's not just
Rejuvenate you.
in the mood, or maybe she's tired.
Where did the mood go?
What about in a scenario where the lady doesn't, like you said, believe it's obligatory or mandatory?
Because
She
my
said-
body, my choice.
Yes, because I mean, it's 2026.
I'm sorry, in marriage, there's no my body, my choice.
So
in
things like
marriage.
mutual desire are not a thing. There's no my body, my choice.
our body, our choice.
What does
Our body, our choice. Bam.
Because
The same way.
it's both of us. It's not one person. When you're married, you are one. There's no
So you're
one my
saying on
body.
this, for example, maybe when you just walk into the door and you're tired and she says, "Look, I'm feeling, this way." You
It's
sure?
maintenance sex. You have to
Great. I like that one.
It's
We are going to
maintenance
maintenance
sex.
You have to maintain it.
I want to come to you now. Enough of the pointing finger. Let's hear from you. Yes, please.
So I think it's obligatory.
Okay.
While I also understand that there may be times when you may have one or two reasons to say no. But what is important is how you say the no. One thing ladies must understand, one of the ways your husband feels appreciated, desired, wanted is when he has sex with his wife.
Yeah.
And so when his wife says no, what runs through his mind is, what have I done wrong? Am I less of a man? Have I failed somewhere? And things begin to run in his head. Because part of his ego and confidence is tied to him taking his wife. And so when that does not happen, it may not happen day one, day two, but when it's frequent, okay, and it becomes a pattern, he begins to question himself, second guess himself. So if we go to the word of God that says that your body is no longer your own, okay, the two of you now belong, the body of the husband belongs to the wife, the body of the wife belongs to the husband. You need to know that it's obligation. Like Bemileke said, maintenance sex is not explosive. It's not I'm in the mood, but I do it because I want to satisfy a need or a urge. I want to accommodate somebody. Then the explosive one will be tomorrow, but today, let's just maintain it. Okay, let this urge go down. I think it was Pastor Aaron that went viral.
Yeah.
When he was saying, do this thing before the guy begin to blink eye outside. So while that is not enabling indiscipline, it's just facing reality that if this man is not getting it somewhere and is not able to hold himself, you encourage something that can happen, okay? And let me say again, I am not supporting that because you should be able to discipline yourself and resolve the issues in your house.
Right.
But if you are not able to discipline yourself, it's kind of, you have enabled the enemy, the devil, to use this guy to say, well, if I'm not getting it at home, God will understand that I have needs, okay? But between husband and wife, is obligatory because you don't own your body any longer and I don't own my body any longer. All this, we are fasting in church. You don't agree with your husband. You start 30-day fast. You don't agree with your wife. By yourself. You start 30-day fast and keep saying, but pastor, even if you tell pastor will tell you go back home and have sex with your wife.
In fact, they will tell you that there was this fasting poison.
It
does that spoil
So it doesn't? So can you elaborate on this?
I know where it's coming from. Where it's coming from is that if sex is not a sin, so even if you have sex while fasting, does it affect your fast? That's where it's coming from. But because I am old school, I will say pleasures. I will say pleasures. And that because you are fasting pleasure so that you can focus. So do it after you break in the evening. Not while you are fasting.
But Don, this is not to say that we don't want to hear your own.
No, we're still going to
interests,
answer.
but let us
For me,
know.
it's
The
obligatory.
thing about obligation is that
Right.
marriage comes with a lot of responsibilities
Correct.
on both sides. So there's protection, there's provision, and the rest of them. Likewise, sexual obligations, right? All those obligations are part of what you
It's
sign
part of the baggage.
when you decide to get married.
Right.
Right. So obligation is not a bad word, right? So if you are obliged or obligated to have sex with your husband or with your wife or with or is the same thing as when it is time for school fees, the husband is obligated
To pay.
whether you
I don't feel like paying house rent,
or not,
but I must pay.
you must do it. That's
Right.
an obligation.
Right.
Likewise, the intimacy part of it, right? It is obligatory.
Right.
Now, how you then decide to now do the obligation?
Yes.
You can do it humming, you can do it frowning, you can do it squeezing your face.
But
No,
But you must do
if you are my wife and you do it squeezing your face, I will stand up. So my point, see, and this is the
So
example.
you want them to, even with the obligation, I'm tired. Yeah, you want me to still do it.
So because I understand these things, because I know it's not, in quotes, food like that. It's food, but it's not food. So one day I'm tired, one day is not a big deal. But it's when it becomes a pattern, you begin to suspect things.
Pull up a sec. before we dive right back in, I know that you're having fun, you are learning, but we want you to share, comments, spread the word around, and let everybody, partake in what you are, in the knowledge that you are getting. And we know that this would be, a blessing to you guys. So thank you, and let's hop back into the conversation.
So that's why I said, if you are tired, enter the shower, run cold water on your head.
And then come back and let's do
Yes,
it.
your body
I
will,
was in
your body will come back. Your body will come back. But see, Don, this is something I've said, because I didn't marry as a believer. I was an unbeliever when I married, and I had experience. We will go to lectures, and you'll be extremely tired. Your girlfriend walks into your room, energy
And it
comes,
just comes
and then
alive.
anything happens.
You sound like you have.
Anything happens. And so I'm asking myself,
How come it's now when you are now married?
it's because of the baggage that we've now put into the marriage, unmet expectations, baggages that we've not dropped, what kind of, you've offended me that I've not forgiven you. Those are the things that dampen that mood. Because if I'm on the same wavelength with you, and I see you and I desire you, you should see me and desire me. And at that point, you just tell me, well, Lausa is a cookie because I'm tired. And it's a quickie, 2 minutes, everybody will just laugh. Now, you can sleep like 1 hour and then go up. But when I'm tired and you sleep, see, that same girl that's sad and sleeping, when she thinks about one ex that has given her a good time before, she begins to smile on her seat. What is happening? Energy is coming.
Energy?
Energy is coming. But because of the baggage that is between you at that point, then the mood is not there.
Right.
The mood is not there. But men should also understand. That's why men, they will wash the plates. They will quickly sweep the room, so that take the load of the woman. So when she comes and says, "I want to cook," no, you don't need to cook. I've ordered. Just go to the bedroom. Even the wife begins to understand that this night I can't escape it, because with what this guy is doing, all the excuses are gone out of the window.
I'm
Or right
starting,
from
to,
work,
I'm starting
it
to look at
starts,
all three of you differently.
Why?
There's a filter. Don't worry, it's not a bad filter. I need to ask you this question right now. We've talked about this being an obligation, but I also don't want somebody watching this to misconstrue this obligation conversation and then potentially abuse it. So maybe I'll start with you now, Don. Do you think there's a scenario where somebody can misinterpret the idea of sex in a marriage being an obligation?
Yes. So
Are there extremes?
the
for
fact
example?
that something is an obligation does not mean that you shouldn't read the rule,
Correct.
right? And you shouldn't. So your wife is ill, for instance. She's in a chronic situation. She's
Or going through stuff,
she's going through stuff.
office, whatever, family issues and all that. Yeah.
But it doesn't mean that you should then be demanding it. If someone is ill, the person is ill. So would you want the person to now raise leg, do the come on? I think that would then be that would be insensitive. So something can be an obligation, but a male or a female can also be insensitive about the situation, right? Someone just lost maybe a parent,
Family
the
member.
person that lost a family member, a colleague, that they loved, or a friend, and then at that time you are demanding sex. Yes, it's your right, but I like the way scriptures will put it. It says that all things are lawful, but cannot be
easy.
brought under
Not
the power of
all
guilt.
are expedient.
Not everything is expedient. So that's how I'll respond to that.
Right. Let me ask you this. How would you respond to, because we understand the instance of dire situations now and the need for your partner to, be sensitive enough to make an excuse. But how do you respond to an instance where, a spouse is trying to, and I use this next word loosely, punish the other person and say, you did X, Y, and Z, I'll catch you in front. And then, like some people will phrase it, I'll look up for a period of time. How do you respond to that kind of situation?
That's for me. That's one of the worst things.
It's evil.
That's one of the worst things that as a young, young man.
I like how you're sharing your thoughts and you're doing this.
Adds.
That's one of the worst things that you can do to a young married man, in quotes, because you're always going to push him to get outside. if you
Right.
are always locking up or you're using sex to punish him.
Right.
With time, he'll hit, so he won't say anything. He will just lock up. He will just keep quiet, and you've more or less opened the door for the enemy to come in. And before you know it, he's actively getting sex outside.
Yeah.
It shouldn't happen.
Yeah.
So even if you are angry, my father says one thing, says even if you are angry, we'll still settle it. And we'll still settle it. My uncle says one thing because they also run a marriage class, and it says if you are angry, to settle that anger, have sex at night, so that everything dissipates.
Right.
It starts
Right.
the new day on a very, very fresh note. So, but I'm not of the opinion that men should be punished. It should be withheld.
And vice versa.
Yeah, and vice versa.
Yeah.
Because
There are men that
it goes both ways too. Because you're just opening the door for the enemy to come in, and
Yeah.
various things can happen.
Yeah. I want to ask you this question. I know you have your own response, but related, but I want to flip it on its head. I don't like to have this conversation because it rubs me a certain way. But when it comes to libidos now, for example, people will say things like, oh, one person has a larger sexual drive than the other. Say they now get married to each other. How do you manage such scenarios?
So it's discussion and and filling the tank of your partner.
Are you speaking proverbially now or directly? I need to be sure.
I'm speaking directly. So it's filling the tank of your spouse. Because we are relational beings, if you keep doing what I like, I keep thinking about you more and I keep desiring you.
True.
So if I know this is what my wife likes and her libido is low, then you keep pushing things that she likes to her. After a while, that libido will increase. Now, because she too will understand that this guy that is always doing this thing is working towards something. No. Women are very sharp. He's working towards something that this one that's doing before I ask this one. Now he's planning something for the night. So she begins to prepare her mind for the night because she knows something is about to happen at night. However, in this my short life, when they say libido is low or high, I've discovered that libido that is low, it has not met desire.
Right.
When that libido meets desire, it explodes. Now, it means that you have not pressed the button that will increase it.
What's going on?
Now, you look at a guy, you say, some girls look at a guy just walking and begin to say, this guy. So what? And this is a normally temperate person. But that person has met that libido. Now, if that guy turns, that woman does not have low libido. She has met what she desires. So the plan is to push towards what your wife desires. Okay, and begin to fill that tank the more. And then if you fill that tank the more, she will grab you as you are going to the house and push you on the couch. Say, this is my husband, this is my husband. Women talk. You talk about your husband to your colleague. Say, if that person they are talking is my husband, madam, he will be walking around with bow leg. He won't see anybody. And so you take that person and say, well, let me go kill this guy. But my point is that get rid of the baggages that are holding you back. I understand this thing they say about libido, but I also understand that you are cool with one guy and you are hot with the other. You didn't change now. It's the environment that changed, not the person. You didn't change. You are cool with this person because this guy cannot fill your tank. You're just managing. But you are on fire with another person because this person meets all your requirements. So the idea is try and find out what the requirement of that person is and meet it. And once you begin to meet it, they too have become expectant. And like I keep telling guys, please, if it's awugba, you go and use the awugba, use the tekonle, use the babeje, whatever you need to.
Do those things work?
Well, I don't know. I'm just I'm not saying use Viagra, but I'm saying that if you need to get a healthier body, get a healthier body.
Right.
To be able to satisfy your wife.
Yeah.
they say
The better the equipment.
Yes, the better the experience.
Exercising also does help.
Yes, even walking.
Yes.
Even going on runs.
Yes, walking.
kilometer
Can you see the
run,
experience in the room? They say,
Walking, it gets better.
there we go.
So I told my
So
wife,
walking-
follow me to University of Sex. She refused.
Right.
She said that the fact that I even found out where University of Sex is an issue for her. I said, well, there's a University of Sex, and it's run by
future of money.
run by a Christian lady, and they will sit you down and teach you how to make love to your wife. I said, I'm going to retirement very soon. What will I be doing with my time?
What's your handle again for someone that needs to reach you about this University of Sex? Just say at yeah. Don't worry, find him.
Just step alongside. The idea is that try and get better at sex. Enjoy yourself. A man will tell me that they can't go down on their wife. I'm saying, hello, what is that? What is that?
Yeah, he has a thought.
Because on that, I mean, I think is the way they've been their orientation.
That's why you orientate yourself.
Some people feel
You
Christ-like.
orientate
It's
That's where you
not-
came from anyway. So why can't you go back there? You orientate yourself. You orientate yourself. The idea is to pleasure. The idea is to pleasure your wife. So what
Right.
you probably need to do is to please look at your what's it called? There's a word I'm looking for. Just ensure that everywhere is clean.
Mm.
Okay, and enjoy yourself. I don't know, because I like when I see my wife's qualm, I hear sound, I hear reaction. So why are you just climbing and coming down as if you went to the hill to collect the 10 commandments? Let there be noise on the way and let there be noise on the
Clearly,
way.
at the beginning of this episode, I should have put out a caveat saying this is 18 plus. I want to get your final thoughts, and I say final thoughts intentionally because I suspect that we'll be here for a while if I let these three gentlemen carry on. I think that one of the concerns of couples, spouses as well, when it comes to the subject of sex is the fear that things will become boring after a while. And I'm glad that we sort of started on that line. So I'll start from you now, Don. To somebody watching this, how would you say that they can sustain that variety, just to keep, stoking the fire and making sure things are still, very exciting?
So you can so with regards to variety, what you can do is get to know your wife a lot better, become her friend, right? Don't be rigid about what you should do and what you shouldn't do. Explore doing stuff in different ways in different places, right? And then that fear of will I be bored after a while, that whole thing, I think that is scam in the sense that as you get to know your wife, as you get to have more responsibilities, those responsibilities and the things you do, and maybe the intentionality with how you approach your wife and love making in your home. And I think it would be a lot. It would be a lot better. But I also think that there's also a part of there's a part of love making that should be routinized, right? In the sense that there are people that, because of the nature of their work, it's not that both of them don't want, it's just that by the nature of their work, both of them will be tired.
They can put timetable.
So you
Say
put a
Tuesday,
timetable,
Thursday,
you do a
Saturday,
Tuesday,
Friday.
do a Saturday,
Yeah.
and decide. And the thing about sex is that this thing is a both physiological and psychological thing. It doesn't take much, right? It's maybe some of these guys.
It's means and boons that
like,
cause
yeah,
problem.
that decides that you want
He entered the room. I saw his square shoulders.
and then you want to
The
have
sweat
sex.
glistening on his
Someone
head.
said you want-
The
they
sun
had
caught
sex
the
with
hair.
someone.
Show the cameras
It's
zoom.
means and boons.
while-
It's means and boons that
Please
is causing
carry on.
problem.
They had sex all night.
Eh,
What-
it's
what
means
is
and
it?
boons.
When you practicing for the Olympics?
It's
Yeah,
means
that's
and
a-
boons that cause problem.
So all those things are things that, like you said, a lot of people have to rid their minds of a lot of the junk, right? A lot of the pornography that a lot of guys have and ladies have been exposed to, all the illicit expectations and things that people are expecting. Right. So when you say variety, for instance, some people are thinking, oh, maybe we should add a third one. Because this
That's
is
so
not
done.
variety.
So Don, for me, sex begins in your mind,
Right.
and in your head. So I'm married for 36 years now. I played around for like 2 or 3 years. Then I met Christ. So for like 34 years now, I've been with only my wife. Now, a lot of people I talk to, they tell me that's impossible. That how can a man be with only one woman for 34 years? But it's in your mind. And like I told her one of these days, when you told me that I love her romance, I said, romance, I only see you. It's if a woman comes in here and is naked, I probably won't see her. I don't know whether I'm communicating. My mind is so attuned that I only see you. I think about sex every time. So I enter my kitchen. I say, what if I put my wife on the freezer? And what if I put my wife?
We are young as hearts.
What if I?
Oh, I'm coming to you. I'm coming to you.
But my wife say, she say, why? I say, what is the hard there? I just put you on the freezer. I will say, carry your leg up on the freezer, And that's the good thing about being an empty nester. You can walk around the house naked. There's nobody. It's only you and your wife. So I want to go and buy a seat now. I've forgotten what they call that seat. That seat gives you like 36 positions for sex.
I'm sorry.
It's your,
It's not a sofa.
we will look for it and attach it.
It's not a sofa.
We attach
That
the
seat is
picture.
I've
We need
forgotten
to
what they
use
call
to
it
help
now. That seat, once you put it there, it gives you 36 positions for sex. Is what I want to buy now. So
36
I don't need to
positions.
do a lot.
No, you should be looking for 36 ways to make money.
So she won't follow me to go to University of Sex. So I'll bring the university home.
Practical.
So, because really, maybe what we need to understand is that when you have sex with somebody and it's mutual, relationship issues reduce in marriage.
Right.
Because when you have sex and it's frequent, the problem is not as much as when you don't have sex.
The tension.
Because yes, sex has
There
a
actually
way.
is scientific
It has a way
proof
of
to this. Actually.
maybe destroying issues that you have. Because
Yeah.
while the afterglow after sex, I don't like what you did yesterday. A man is more readily moved to say sorry after sex.
We definitely need a part 2 for this episode, but I want to hear your thoughts as well on on just all of this.
I think one, you have to be intentional. You have to tell yourself, okay, and then like he said, do it in different places, kitchen,
Kitchen.
bathroom,
Do you
dining.
own a freezer as well?
Yeah.
Is the
Very-
top
just
very
curious.
big.
Is the chest? Is the chest that chest freezer
Right.
just on top? Is the size of a man's height?
The car, a different
That
maybe.
car is good. The back seat. Back seat.
You can
Back seat.
take a vacation, maybe a new city.
Correct.
Go to a new city,
But
a new
When you
town.
hear sound, how does it make you feel?
Sound, you feel good now. You are working.
Like something is
Yeah,
happening.
Means that the work you are
Wow.
doing is
Yes, somebody's appreciating it. I'm working.
So I mean, but you have to be intentional, right? And right from I don't think there's anything as boring sex because both parties have to put in the work.
Correct.
Because if party A is doing all the work and party B is not doing anything, it's as good as not doing anything. So both parties have
No,
to.
I will stand off. There's no point.
So both parties have to come together to ensure that okay, yes, so this is worship, like my wife will say, about worshiping
Oh
God.
God, oh God.
This is worship.
Oh God. Whoa.
So I mean,
I saw a video where what lady a pastor's wife was saying that I saw my husband preaching and
not knowing that this morning, that's just carrying my leg up this morning.
Oh yes.
Before he came to church.
Even heaven applauds.
So
The angels sing when this is happening.
Do I know this man?
Angels sing when this is happening. But it's just that it's obligatory, but we need to be sensitive about these matters. But a guy or a lady, a woman especially, and what they don't know is that for a woman it's just that I can't, I'm not in the mood. For a guy, it's called rejection.
Yeah.
So when women need to get to the point where they understand that every time they say no to their husband, you have rejected that man. No, you didn't reject sex. And that's the way men look at it. You rejected the man.
Yeah.
So when you understand that you have rejected your man in the eyes of the man, then maybe we'll look at it differently going forward.
Yeah.
One other thing I think I would like to add, right, is men have to also learn to pleasure their wife.
Oh yes.
Because if
That's why you
pleasure-
must lick plates.
Yeah, if you pleasure your wife
You need to lick
in,
plates. It's
in
important.
such a way that because talk about orgasm, for instance, they tell you that the average woman does not have an orgasm.
They don't even know what it's
lifetime.
about.
Yes, they don't know in their lifetime. But then you have a wife that orgasms often, right? When you talk about having sex, It's not a
No, she's the one.
because she also knows that
She's the one
she's
looking for
going
it.
to also enjoy.
But my wife
Right.
has told me now that I need to start sending chats to her in the office.
Yeah, spicy. Make
Yes,
it, during the day.
The other, Omo.
Some spicy text.
See when you
'Cause
turned,
at night.
see when you turned on the bed. I said, wow. My wife said, you will make me drop the phone in the office. I said, hey, that's the idea. Drop the phone. Drop the phone in front of your boss. That's the idea. Drop it.
And
Let's
you
sweat.
will buy
Let's
another
sweat come upon your head inside the AC.
Then also in this part of the world, we're not really taught, as in when you're planning for marriage, you're not really taught. Our parents don't really teach us. Okay, this is how you
Don't worry.
pleasure
Be
your
sending
man.
people for me to
Or
cancel.
pleasure your husband, no,
It's
pleasure
the
your
topic
wife.
I enjoy the
So
most.
I'll say, you can always ask Holy Spirit for help. And
Yeah.
Holy Spirit will
So
help.
that's one thing. You can fast and pray that God should help you with your intimacy.
Yeah.
So
He did help me.
Christians don't understand that.
He did help me.
You and your wife can do fasting and prayer
Mm.
that God should help your intimacy. And you know what? Heaven enjoys that prayer.
This is where I would like to punctuate all of our conversation for this particular episode.
Finally, before
No,
before we end, before
we've climaxed
we
on this
have not-
episode.
we have not
We have.
climaxed.
Yes, we have.
can't climax.
Yes, we have.
So with everything we have said now, Presley, what have you learned?
So what I've learned, right, is even though I jumped into this conversation very excited because I was very excited to hear all of your thoughts, I suspect that all three of you planned this to torture me on this
torture you.
episode.
No,
And that's
so-
fine.
But
But really though, yes, we've talked about sex, the obligatory parts of it, both partners understanding one another. But I think that it all comes down to one thing, and that is the conversation of intimacy. Right, sex by itself is supposed to lead you there. Correct. You talked about understanding your partner, knowing your partner. That speaks to intimacy as well, and even just the act of it. Science has actually proven over time that this is the ultimate way to become a lot more intimate, and not just sexually, just as a couple. And for somebody that's watching, if you think about it from that standpoint, then maybe it will help you approach love making better, approach getting to know your partner better, and a lot more things. Have I answered your question now?
your time.
All right.
So
This
that inspire you to let's
Leave
close
Presley. Leave
Let's
Presley. Yes,
close the
let
deal.
Presley close. Let Presley close.
editor, please remove this part of the conversation. This has been the Sozo TV podcast. It's been a very steamy episode, and I know that you would agree as well. We'll see you in the next segment, and then we would close. Thank you so much. Welcome to this very special segment of the Sozo TV podcast. It is Daddy's Corner, where we take your thoughts, your comments, your dilemmas, and of course, your concerns. What we do is really simple. You share these concerns with us, and we do our best to speak to it, share wisdom that we believe will be useful for you. Now, on this special edition, because we have a special guest, we would leave the task of reading the story or the concern to the special guest, after which we will then indeed respond. Mr. Bimleke, over to you.
I did the paternity test for my children, and my wife found out. I think it's my bad behavior that got in the way, obviously. I had cheated on my wife before now, and she forgave me. While I believe she forgave me, but I think she forgave me easily. I then became too suspecting of her. She has been very angry with me, knowing I could even think such of her. It's been so tense for a week now. What do I do?
So he didn't tell us the results.
Yeah,
I was about to ask.
Obviously, the results
Was it
The children are his.
for the woman to
To
be
be angry.
angry.
That means that
That you don't trust me.
Exactly. So it's a trust conversation. It's not so much the
I'm
result.
man now.
yeah. Like the guy is asking. So there are different languages of love, and there are also languages of apology, right? So he has to find out what this apology, what kind of apology he needs to make to his wife.
You just has to go and beg. Which apology?
So there is the begging,
you have
but
to
he has to
grovel.
also
Yeah, so it's not ordinary.
he has to
You have to
beg,
grovel at her
but he
feet.
has to also also let her know what drove him.
Yeah,
Yes.
the issue is
Doing
trust.
it.
Why
Because
would you
he's-
think
Yeah, he's
I have
projecting.
children that do
He's
not?
projecting.
projecting.
Evidently, he's,
Yeah, that
he
because
cheated.
He cheated and
Yeah.
thinks that everybody is not like
There
him.
we go. Yeah. So that's
Not
the
because he has
And the
reason
fact
to.
that the girl
believe
has
so.
also forgiven him.
Yes. Maybe he also felt like she must have something in her
For
common
her to have
Correct.
forgiving you
Correct.
that easily.
Yeah.
Correct.
Sorry, but some people do paternity tests because they feel if they feel someone is very close to their wife or someone has been, for some reason. Because I don't think he would just do it out of the blue.
No, some people do it as a matter of course. They give birth to children. It's not because they don't trust their wife.
Almost immediately.
They give birth to
They have
children,
it
they
done.
just do it. So that person, whatever he say, he has a trust issue and he wants confirmation. So if you want to stay with that kind of person, you stay. Because this person has
But
zero
this
trust.
one, he did it after.
And so this one is
After-
projecting, like
Yes.
Wesley said.
So
Yeah.
after he has had an issue and the lady
Yes.
forgave him,
Yeah.
instead of him now going and saying, Lord, thank you for my wife, he now said, this woman, so she forgave me just
Mhm.
like that. Normally in real life, she will break bottle.
And he said, then I became too suspecting of her.
Yes.
Because
Because she
forgave
didn't
him.
shout.
Exactly. He expected
didn't-
her to respond in a certain
And she
way.
kept
and
quiet.
she did not. So he's projecting still.
It's
He's
projecting.
projecting.
He should go and beg.
he should go and
He
beg.
should go and beg. But there are people like that. It doesn't mean they won't still do it again. No. He's projecting, but he needs to first deal with himself, really. He needs to, whatever is driving him, he needs to go and deal with it.
Yeah.
I read something a bank founder said. He said, if I put money by the bedside cupboard and enter the gents with my mom sleeping on the bed, if I come out, I will count the money.
Wow.
Not because I don't trust my mom, it's because I don't trust money.
I'm sorry. What does that mean?
Which means
Money by
No,
nature
his
is
wisdom.
a medium of
His wisdom. He
Of
doesn't trust the
exchange.
mom, but he can't bring himself to say it.
it's not that I don't trust my mom, I don't trust,
Trust
the
the
money.
money,
Because
exactly.
money can make you do what you don't ordinarily won't want to do. That's what he's saying. So there are people like that. People do it as a matter of course. If somebody said it should be part of the bills you pay in the hospital, as they are giving birth to that child, they will do DNA test.
actually agree to that.
They will do
Why-
DNA test.
Right now. No, so the reason that also drove him to do that is because of a lot of the paternity failures that
It's
he's
all over the
right
place
now.
now.
And it's
But
so
I will
much,
never do it.
Yeah.
it's so much,
I will never do
it's
DNA
so
test for
much
my
right
child.
now that you then ask yourself if it's added to the bill of
My own theory about these things, I feel like certain things just open you up to things that you don't need.
and also if it's a law, it's no longer about whether it is.
Well, in that case, it's not a window. You're not opening yourself up to something.
Yeah,
it's
so you're
because
not
it's a
opening-
law.
It's not a law.
Yeah.
But what it also then does is that he also puts everybody in check. Because the moment you now know that this thing can be found out,
Mhm.
you now start behaving yourself.
Not necessarily.
I don't want to be with someone
if
that I
I'm-
would doubt their behavior from the jump. How about that?
It doesn't mean the person will not. It don't mean don't mean the person will not do you
It can still
do
be
you
forged.
in. But then it's going to a large extent because you're not taking steps. That is now fraud.
What if the person that she's cheating with is the doctor that's doing a test?
so
But
that's
the question is, how many people are cheating with doctors compared to every other person?
Well, by the way, you'll
No,
be
no,
shocked.
So yeah, you'll be
Or you
shocked,
can
but
pay for it.
compared to what it will solve, I think that the problem it will create won't be that much.
Okay, because I didn't follow you on that argument. You are the only one they are coming for.
Yeah.
You are the only one advocating DNA to become a lawful requirement. So they can come for you. Doesn't concern me. We did not say it. But the point is that he needs to deal with something. He needs to focus on himself and deal with the deficiency. And then when dealing with that, but he needs to go and beg his wife.
Yeah.
And just tell the wife that I was scared. Maybe the simplest way to apologize is just to say the truth.
Yes.
I was
I was
scared.
trying to say that to
I
not
was
just
scared.
apologize, but let her know where
I was
you're coming
scared.
from.
And the reason I was scared is this. So if you can, so which means the wife needs to now reassure him.
Yes.
I was scared and I apologize.
Yeah.
Okay. And I have trust issues. And this is the reason I have it.
Yeah.
So
What
forgive me.
after now she now goes and does it?
Oh Lord, have mercy.
It's possible.
Let's
I've apologized in advance. So I don't just do it now.
Right. So the woman should now know
But-
that
but- but
That's the
that's
thinking
also-
of some people.
Yeah,
Like,
so that's also the problem with projecting on people. You can actually make people do things that they never plan to do,
Mm.
right? Just by accusing them of
But
doing it.
but
Yes.
then done is on them.
By that time, it's on them.
It's on
Yeah,
because
it's
if
like
because I've said something to you, now go and put your hand inside fire. Why didn't you put your hand inside fire or run in front of train?
yeah, before.
You
Right.
now so
But you don't accuse them of running in front of train.
no
Perhaps it was
because
you were doing it.
I read something online. A girl snapped something from the brother-in-law's phone and gave to her sister because they thought the brother-in-law was cheating. And the next thing the sister does second day is to go and look for the ex and have sex with the ex in retaliation.
Yeah.
And the idea is, how was it so convenient for you to just call your ex the following
Yeah,
day?
can go- yeah.
No, the
following
exes
day.
are always ready.
They're hovering like
Half of
hawk.
law.
Yes.
Exes are
They are
always
hovering
ready.
like hawk.
They don't have work.
They are hovering like hawk.
Yeah, but one is not
Just to
connected to
strike.
the other. Let's
Yes,
not
but the
pretend
thing is
or-
that, how is that your reaction that let me retaliate? How is that your reaction? Why don't you confront? Why don't you settle? How is retaliation your... So
Your
if
immediate-
somebody does that and says, I want to go and do my own, it's a matter of time you would have done it on their own before.
Yes, they would have.
So it's not the reason. It's not the reason because somebody is bad, I will not become horrible. No, that is on you.
It's on you indeed. We want to say thank you, not just for watching this episode, but for every episode of the Sozo Podcast that you have indeed invested time in viewing. We're grateful for you. God bless you. And until next time when we see you again, adios.
Adios.
Relax.